You got no sound, Joby. Got no sound. What's going on, Joby? Nobody's at the party but you, sweetheart. Got it. You're a party of one. You're grooving alone. We can't hear nothing you're saying. Nope, absolutely nothing. Got no sound, Joby. Got no sound. Uh, go to your radio set. Sound off. Sound fucking loud. Talk.
Can you hear me? Keith, can you hear me?
Uh,
Can you hear me?
oh, can you guys hear it? Maybe
Me, I can hear you.
Mike hear me. Yeah, I hear you now.
Oh, okay. But karibuni sana family to another broadcast right here on the Black Fire Network Media for the 21st century. This is the Africa Today show. My name is Joby, and of course, karibuni sana. I say Wallace in the building. Asante sana for joining. And Danny, you saying what's up? I'm been meditating in my sleep, and the 43, that is the heart music, sun gazed this particular morning. That is what exactly we shall be focusing on. We have been talking about the sun gazing that was yesterday on yesterday's show, and Keith did give us a lot of information. And also, I shared a certain video on WhatsApp that Dr. Brown was talking about the melanin color. But Karibuni Sana, I see also Land Leo, Karibu Sana, and Wallace, you're saying I'm audible. Of course, I can hear, yeah, because I was wondering where this sound and that correct. I think it was on your end, Keith. But Karibu Sana.
It wasn't on my ink. No, they told you right there, Joby, no sound.
At the beginning, but I corrected.
No, no sound. See, Joby, Joby don't never like to be wrong like any other woman. I think it was on your side. I think it was on your end. Oh, it was on your end, Joby.
But I corrected it.
I said, yeah, you did. You did now. He said, I think it was on your end. No, Joby, it was on your end.
Thank you so much for joining, family. Kindly, in case you are new here, feel free to interact with us. We are live on every platform. We are on Facebook, on Twitter, and also on Instagram. We are on Spotify. We are on Spreaker. We are also on our app. In case you are driving and you can't be able to join us on the YouTube channel, you can listen to our app that is on the Black Fire Network. You can download it. It has a fire sign that you see on Keith's icon. But Karibuni Sana, we're looking forward to having an amazing conversation. How is your day coming along, Keith? How is the day coming along?
Man, you gonna let me get it out? What the heck? No, but you drinking? Are you wired on coffee?
No.
Are you wired on coffee? What's going on with you?
I'm high on tea. I'm high on tea. It's cold in Nairobi. You can see myself on trench coat. I'm high on tea. That is what I'm high on.
I'm just trying to get out. Yeah, it's hot. It's not here. I'm in Albuquerque right now. It's about 100 degrees, I think. See what the temperature is. Spike. Spikes. Joby, do me a favor. Look up.
Okay.
Say, what is the temperature in Albuquerque, New Mexico? Ask Google. Say, Google, what's the temperature in Albuquerque, New Mexico? Now, if you want to know how to spell Albuquerque, it's Albuquerque. I learned how to spell that shit when I was a kid. It was like in the 8th grade. No, I'm in the 6th, 5th grade. We had to do a spelling test. I always remember that.
Yeah, it spelled it correctly. Let me see.
Like 100 degrees out here.
Not really.
What is it?
I don't know. They're saying it is that is the Albuquerque International. That is the airport, not the airport. Let me
Well,
see.
okay. The airport's still in the damn city. What's the
Oh,
temperature,
okay.
Joby?
They're saying 29 degrees Celsius.
Well, I'm asking in Fahrenheit. We don't do no Celsius. It's Fahrenheit. We don't know what the hell that is. What is Fahrenheit?
Let me see. Let me check.
Celsius. We don't do that. Celsius in America.
Mm,
Damn. Paraguay and Spain. Too bad for them. You got the computer. Just put your talk button. Say, hey, Google, what's the temperature in Fahrenheit? Is it really good? Well,
77 Fahrenheit. That is what it's saying.
it's 77. Somebody lying. Ain't no 77 degrees out here. Shit.
That is what they're saying.
So are you learning? Swahili, Dan? Is it teaching you good? You said it's easy. It ain't no 7. Let me see. The hell is? Let me see myself. 77. No damn way is no 77 degrees. Hey Google, what's the temperature of Albuquerque, New Mexico?
In Albuquerque right now.
92 degrees? Okay, 92 degrees currently. I know it was up to 100. I'm like 77. I don't know what the hell Joe be looking at. So it's actually 97 right now because it's almost 1 p.m. here. So it's almost gonna be 97. It's gonna be 100 degrees by 3 o'clock today. It'll be 100 degrees by damn 3 p.m. today over here in Albuquerque. I don't know what Joe be looking at.
My bad. I'm sorry. I think maybe I'm not a weather forecast, how they call them. I'm not good at.
You probably looking at the low. The low's gonna be 73 and the high's gonna be 101. But that low it won't last long. The low like early in the morning. Just yeah, the low's gonna be 73 and the high's gonna be 101 degrees. Yeah, I know it's 100 degrees out of this shit because I was talking to my dumbass brother when I was walking down the street to get something real quick, and I was on a video call with his ass as he walks around his neighborhood, and 2 damn meth heads ran into him. I was like, oh shit, that damn white crackheads, white meth heads, they was all fucked up. I was like, damn. He said, what's that? I said, there's some meth heads, god damn it. They fucked up out their mind. He running into traffic and shit like, whoa. Kind of startled my ass too.
But Karibun is our family. We shall get to the news and updates of today. What is meteorologist Wallace? What is that?
A meteorologist, Joe, is somebody that does the weather.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He's calling you a meteorologist, Joe.
Yeah, I'm not one.
We're gonna make Joby go back to school. What's a meteorologist?
I'm not one. I was not good with studying agri. I didn't do agriculture, so I don't know anything about weather, about all
You
those
looked
things.
at the news. They got weathermen in Kenya. You talking about?
No, we don't have them. We used to have them when I was growing up. We used to have them reading weather, the prediction of weather, how it is going to be tomorrow and all that. But
That's a meteorologist. That's a meteorologist, Joby.
thank you for informing me. Asking is knowing. Like I keep on. You see, I am willing to learn because I ask. Asking is knowing. Curiosity is the key to knowledge. So at least I am curious to know what is a meteorologist. So don't blame me. But can everybody start our family and getting straight to the matters of the day today? We shall be focusing on what has been going on lately. We've had cases of heat wave. And we know that these are climate control. So far, we've seen videos coming out of cows which are dead, sheep
Well, it's
are
summer.
dead.
Listen, it's summer. It's the time of year where it's supposed to be hot over in this part of the country. I mean, over in this part of the world. It's summer here. It's supposed to be hot. So I'm telling you about climate control and all that. The commentary is nonsense because they told you 100 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, oh, we all be in the water. The ice caps would melt. And Miami and LA would be in the water. All lies. That's all their global agenda to push depopulations. All lies. So understanding that, it's supposed to be hot right now. It's summertime in the Northern Hemisphere. It's supposed to be hot now. This is regular. It said, oh, Texas is experiencing higher weather than it's ever been. That's a lie. Look, no, it's not. No, it ain't. Because it got to 110 degrees. I went back and weather to see it was 125 like back in the 80s in Texas. So these are all lies. In summertime, you're going to have hot weather. This is not extremely hot weather, just hot. And for white people who are not melanated, the heat hurts them worse than it does us. So, they got to cover up and wear shades and all that old shit. The weather starts doing damage to them. Doesn't do damage to us like it does them. So,
But why not telling people to stay inside? You should not be in the sun. So do you think for the melanated people, they should not, they shouldn't be scared of because if you're saying it's all a lie, that it is summertime, then this means no one is supposed to be.
Well, you're not supposed to be afraid of the sun. Black people, the sun is energy, what we're going to show in this show today. The sunlight is energy. It's all energy. Your melanin, I told you, what did Ann Brown tell you yesterday? You are a what? Conductor of light. That's what sun is, light. You conduct sunlight. Your melanin conducts sunlight. It's a superconductor. So it means you transform energy. So why the hell would you be scared of light? Oh, because the white man lied to you because he's all fucked up and pale. Because he lied to you. No. You are a superconductor of light. You the one where I here with shades and my cake talking about, I need my bucket hat on. Sound crazy as cat shit. But the sunburn. Hold on, wait, let me finish. You'll get to. I need my bucket hat for the sunburn. Katie, you're black, you don't get sunburn. Sorry, I know they lied to you. You're black, you don't get sunburn. You might get darker from the sun, but you as a black person, you don't experience sunburn. As black people, you might get it underneath your underarms or your feet, places that don't touch the sun, don't hit. But we don't experience sunburn. So that came from white people, because they do. Act for the sunburn. Go ahead, Joey. What are you going to say? Go ahead, Joey.
I'm saying she didn't know. It's like me when you are talking about the sunscreen and all that, when you are educating me first about how good our skin is and we should not be applying all these sunscreen, to protect ourselves. I used to wear sunscreen at that time until you showed me.
I know you used to wear it because you're crazy as cat shit back then.
No, right now I don't.
Not now you don't because you got information. Exactly. Back then you were still crazy as cat shit.
I was not crazy. I was just not informed of what I was applying in my body, because after seeing the video you showed me of the
they do look nice. I'm not saying shades don't look nice. I'm saying you constantly wear shades, it makes you sick because as African people, the sunlight energizes you and stops you from being sick. When you're lower in vibration, that causes disease and ailments and illness. I'm saying wear them, but don't wear them as a habit like white people. Don't have your ass out here wearing them just to be cool and wear them. Because you don't know that those shades are making you sick. They cause you not to have, told you sun gazing is not just a religious experience of lifting vibration, which I'm going to show you here. It's also for health reasons. For health reasons. They wore them. I used to wear them because they were cool. They make you look cool. But I didn't know the health, because white people, they invented them because they needed them. It was for necessity. Their eyes get damaged in the sunlight because it's blue, green, and gray, which we were taught to idolize from their TV, which that is recessive genetics. They're not going to tell you that. They got you worshiping as a god. You don't know that their genetics is recessive. I mean, now. White people don't like that, because you tell them, hey, your shit's recessive. Yeah, so and because they can't lie because that's a fact. They can't be any god because their genes are fucked up. Their genes are recessive. So there's no white Jesus, I tell you, create the universe. He can't even function in the universe effectively because he's white. So your Jesus had to put on suntan lotion. He had to put on bug repellent in his head to keep the lights out. He got to pat his head down with some cream, keep that lights out. That's your God, Goofy. That's your God. If he really existed in real life, if he was white, he had to get lice cream. He had to get suntan lotion cream. So how did this guy invent the universe and it don't work for him? Common sense. He didn't. It's a lie.
But I think somehow I agree with what Sister Michelle was saying yesterday on my show. I think some black men have made women to, go to the point, where they are, we were talking about the bleaching, you were talking about you saw where there's a...
Yeah, because the black man's mind is fucked up. I totally agree with that. Black man has failed the black woman. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I never said that. Black man has left this woman defenseless. The black man has shown cowardice amongst all other race of men. So you have black women now disrespecting him. Is he deserving of some of the disrespect? Maybe some. Not as much as they do. Not as much. Where it's all completely crazy. But yeah, that's why white thing got. They say that the reason why black women out here wearing these fucked up weaves and wigs because the black man desires a woman with that kind of hair. I don't know if that's true because we told the black woman here we don't want you to wear that shit, and she still does it. So I don't think that's no excuse because we didn't told you to stay your ass out of these hairdressers with these Chinese that are selling to you these wigs and weaves that you put in your fucking head. The money's going to Chinese people who can't stand us. We told you learn how to now start growing your own hair. How about you as a child teach your daughter how to effectively take care of her own hair? Oh, you don't know how to do it no more. That's why. You don't know how to do it because your head's fucked up. Your hair's all fucked up because you ain't learned how to ever take care of African hair. And you've been ashamed of African hair. Let's get real and honest here. Let's break some backs and break some eggs, hurt some feelings. You hated your goddamn hair because a white man told you, oh, your hair is nappy, it's bad, it's this. You not knowing you're the only one that got hair. Everybody else has fur. That's why lice and bugs and shit be in everybody else's hair but yours. But the white man ain't gonna tell you that unless you get around him and a bug pop up and say, like, oh, what the hell is that? You don't know. That happened to me when I was in elementary school. When they desegregated the school, a little white girl at the damn chalkboard. We doing our assignment. nasty white ass lady is a teacher. I'm doing assignment. That bug jumped on me out that girl's head. I'm like, whoa! I didn't know what lice was. Nobody gave me a class on lice. They're not gonna tell you they got lice. I'm on assignment down in the truck. That bug jumped on me. I said, oh shit! I said, hey, did you see that bug jump out that girl's head? She said, come there. You stop playing at the chalkboard. I'm gonna punish you. I said, punish me? You didn't punish that damn girl that the lights just jumped out of the damn head. You see that? I ain't know what it's called then. I call it a bug. You see that bug jump out these girls' head, these bugs? Now, you know she knew what she was when it was because she was white. That's not, we said, that's not the black man. Now, what dictates how they want the black woman here to be where was the love before? Again, not all, where was the love before? Come on. I can't be responsible for the bootlicking coons that came before I was born, Michelle. You want me to take responsibility for black men whose minds were fucked up globally? I can't take responsibility for black men whose minds were all messed up in America and in Africa. I will agree, but I don't know if you can blame the black man that came from slavery and the colorization of African people. Because as Joby showed you in that Howard photo of those women, they wonder how their hair straightening. And C.J. Walker, Madam C.J. Walker became a millionaire. That was one of her things, straightening the hair with the straightening comb. I mean, but that was their hair at least. They don't do that anymore. I don't disagree with that, but that, look, I never told no woman put that shit on her head that makes it straight. That causes cancer. When you go in a black woman hair when she dies and you cut the scalp and it's all green in there. Do this for me, Joby. Let's go to let's do this real quick. We're gonna go everywhere. Say go to YouTube and say images of black women skulls who have used relaxers. Images of black women's brains, I say brains, who've used relaxers and now have died. Now that gunk and shit, because it goes through your scalp. Black women know that today. Don't tell me they don't know. So you got to hold some responsibility. Because the black man don't think I'm attractive, I don't do. If you know this shit is now causing you health problems, that's your fault. You know, one thing about women, I told you, y'all never want to take responsibility. It's like Joby just said, I said, Joby, the sound's not working. Joby instantly Joby said, no. Nobody want to take responsibility for that. That's a woman. That's a fact. They say, must be on your end. I said, hey, my end, Joby, I'm telling you, sound's not working. But since you find the images, Joby, black women's brains subject to straightening agents or straightening what's the word I should look for? Straightening agents.
You said relaxer, black images of black.
Yeah, straightening, relax things to relax their hair to make it more white. Relaxers.
That should be on Google, right? If it is images, right?
Yeah. Go to Google. Yeah, Google ain't gonna hide that. I don't think they're gonna hide that one.
They're not bringing me anything similar, but let me show you what it is.
Let me see.
Pretty women. This is what they're showing me.
So they're showing you. Okay, they're showing me women putting relaxers in their hair. I want to see the brain. Say the brain.
Images of black women's brain who used relaxer and are now dead. They
don't show it. They showing you women with just having styling and shit. They don't want you to know because that hurts their industries because you don't own the shit that's killing you. You don't own the relaxing companies that's killing your ass. So Google ain't even showing you. Switch that up and go to DuckDuckGo. See if DuckDuckGo will show us any images. Oh, is that the brain right there on the side? Okay, check.
Let me see.
They're not showing the brain. They're showing women smiling. Look at me, my relaxing that's causing me to have cancer and shit. Hey, how wicked these shit is. How wicked these bastards are. Showing the top of the skull, the damage. They gotta go inside that skull. See all that shit up, because it goes straight through the damn skull. See, it leaves that green field. Okay, there we go.
Here's one.
Yeah, that show me. Yeah, show me inside. That's just the top of the skull. I need to be inside of it. When they cut the skull off, they open up the brain.
Let me go to DuckDuckGo. Let me see if I can find it on DuckDuckGo.
And see all that green shit up in there. Sitting on their damn brain, eating their brain away because you gonna tell me because the black man made you wrong to be black because he said he want a white woman. Get out of here. Women wanted to do it. They made sure they did it. That was woman's culture. They said, girl, I'm not going to go out here with my head looking all nappy like no African. I heard that shit as a child. Get out of here. Hated being who they are. That wasn't a black man made you hate to be an African. That was a white man's propaganda, and you agreed to it. So get on out of here. If they show if they got anything, I should say the damage. You say the damage. Images of the damage that relaxes due to the black woman's brain. That's what images of the damage relaxes due to the black woman's brain. That's it. I mean, you gotta be more direct now. This shit's crazy. You can't just pull up no damn information no more. You gotta be precise with shit. You got any images? Here we go. We got images there. Let's see. They got a brain or something showing something. Yeah, all that green shit on the brain, all that green film on the damn brain. So when you got that green film on the damn brain, causing women to have all this damage. He says the black man that made you do it. Man, get out of here. It's called propaganda of wanting to be white and made you do it. Now I'd say the black man had some the coons. Yeah, we've had a lot of coons. That have value white hair over their own hair. Those are captured coons. I don't know what you can do with a coon. And it's Africa and globally. But you as a woman, if you see it doing that kind of damage to you, why would you continue to do it? I don't give a shit. It's a man telling, oh, I like you have fake hair. I like you to relax your hair. And it's calling you have brain damage. It's called you have all kind of neurological problems. Neurology problems. Affecting your goddamn whole body. Mind, body, and soul. So, now I will say, a lot of black men are coons back in the day, but I can't be responsible. Something happened before I was born, and the images that were portrayed to young black boys growing up looking at the movies and TV and worshiping other people. But you've been told today, I know it for a fact. Stop putting this shit on your head. Stop doing that, and you still do it. So, spare me. But anyway.
Sister Monique, thank you so much for joining us. Karibu sana Joe Mosquito, thank you so much for joining. B.O.B. Rewards, thank you so much for joining us. Karibu sana and today's broadcast. But you've said that the heat wave is a propaganda, so I don't think I'm going to go back to that story. But they were telling people to stay inside, because the heat is too much. and that is in some parts of the US, and you know, most people are reacting to it. But moving on to other news and updates, I want to talk about also what is happening in Europe. And right now we have seen that the Ukraine and Russia whole process has been affecting a lot of African countries. As much as we know, it's not even affecting. Right now, the European actually is being blamed for what is really happening in Russia in terms of supply of gas. And they're saying that the Europe is planning to force the countries to ration gas as Russia weaponizes the energy. And the information comes now, they're saying that the European Union has unveiled its emergency gas rationing plan. And
you have Europe about to collapse. Europe's on the verge of collapse. That's what they wanted to do. That's what, and us as well, family. That's why you have Biden about to sign some global warming shit, because you had the Supreme Court tell them you can't use any of these agencies to just have dictatorial policies, us cutting back our oil and energy efficiency. So Biden is going to try to supersede that by putting in a policy, an executive order, which he doesn't have power to do. Same shit you see in Africa. You the president, you get to do shit. No, you don't. America, you damn sure don't. So he's going to come out today and try to give an order that we're going to close down some more energy plants for this fake global warming shit that they're doing. They don't got nothing to transition you to supposedly clean energy in this Agenda 2030. So now the countries are now collapsing who's taking these policies. Ghana's taking it completely under collapse with their stupid asses. They are the next Sri Lanka. All of Europe is collapsing right now. You got rolling blackouts in Germany. You got stuff happening in England, shit happening in Spain, France, because you got complete, not just economic collapse. Yeah, because they put these moronic ass fake global warming scam that they did for 2030 to depopulate the world and then steal all the world's energy by now. And like I said, the third world, said with Joby's in, we'll keep Joby safe. The third world is going to be put in absolutely starvation. That's coming. These morons with their fake elections, all that shit. Most of Africa won't survive because it's impoverished. So they won't have the money to buy the cost of the food that's going to be skyrocketing. That's what you see happening in Ghana. That's why they're in the streets in Ghana, because Ghana's about to collapse because they destroyed the country. That's what he had when Joby was reading the thing with Kofi Adada, his moron. We're not going to accept any more loans from the European. Tell me, this all bullshit, moronic talk to get the dumb niggas. You're going to do what you're told to do, so they destroyed their own economy by implementing the policies of 2030, and now he's running back, oh, we need loans, because they destroyed the country because people now in Ghana are starving. They can't afford the food. So the country's on the verge of collapse like Sri Lanka. And the sad thing about the first world, and they call it Europe, the first world, is on the verge of collapse too, but they know who's doing it. They're now letting you know. It's the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, they're now trying to collapse us. Trying to collapse the Netherlands, trying to collapse France, trying to collapse Germany, trying to collapse England, trying to collapse Spain, trying to collapse Italy. Italy's on the verge, these countries are all on the verge of absolute collapse because they need to collapse. And remember, their dollar scheme is dying. Their fake money scheme, which they controlled the world the last 150 years with these fake ass paper. They've been buying up real resources with fake paper that don't mean shit. So they got you taking this fake ass paper, and they've been buying up your land, your water, all your real shit for fake ass paper. And so now that they own most of the world now, and there's a fact, you go look this up, that BlackRock owned by BlackRock and Vanguard owns 96% of the world's wealth. That's a fact. So they took their fake money and bought up real shit. And so now they can dictate these evil policies of depopulation, starvation, and other shit to every country because they own and control all of them because they bought them up with that fake ass paper. So now you're under straight tyranny that's happening on the planet right now. Yeah, that creature from the creature from Jekyll Island. Yeah, because they needed America when they got America back in 1913, Dan, exactly, to put this shit globally. Because at that time, America was the power of the planet. And so it was to print all this fake ass money and buy up all the real assets of the planet. Yeah, of course, it's not backed by anything. Exactly. I said fake paper. The mosquito backed by nothing. It's absolutely worthless. And somebody said, yeah, this is worth $20. This is worth $100. Who says so? I say so. Do you agree? Yeah, I agree. Okay, then it is, then, stupid. I'm going to buy up all your farms and all your shit because you said you agreed to with your dumb ass. So I now own the world's assets, and now I can dictate to every country. You're going to mass motherfuckers. You're going to start putting these jabs in people. You're going to start putting the damn food where I want it done. You're going to start cutting off electricity where I want it. And you're going to do it. So we're at the point now that now they're dictating the complete power. They created the UN to make it, your UN supposed to be some fake ass peacekeeping force. Never kept peace with nobody. Fake leaders are all tyrants, for real, exactly right. But they're all puppets. They're supposed to be tyrants. I laugh when you hear Katie and Joey. What are we supposed to do with Kenyatta? That you can do. Country. Katie talking about what is state capture? Means Katie understand means your country's been captured. It's always been captured. It never was free to begin with. State capture means an outside entity controls the country, not you. That's what state capture means. Somebody, the Rothschild, they have state capture over Africa. They own it all. That's state capture. Outside entity that you can't see owns actually your country. That's called state capture. So, go ahead, Joby.
I'm saying that's why we're seeing that things like money laundering are happening in most of the African countries, and we have the banks which are also allowing this. And right now we have
the banks are the ones behind it. The Rothschilds and Rockefellers are the number one laundries on the planet. They're the ones control the drugs on the planet. Drug laundry is one of the biggest businesses on the planet. That's why they run through the banks. That keeps the banks solvent and not going under. They'll lock you up for doing drugs or selling drugs when they control all the drugs on the planet. That's what all these wars was about. That's everything was going on. They're making people sick with disease. My allergies have been killing me. But that depends on your diet and what you've been eating, B.O.B. The allergies are because we're in a polluted environment. So you have to find out what pollutants are affecting you and then change your diet. Everything with us with these diseases are diet, are what we consume in our body, what we breathe, air, and taste. And their fake time we clean up the environment is not about them cleaning up no damn environment. They destroyed Ghana, polluted more than shit. Got them, just destroyed the country. And you got this moron, because he speaks good English, this Kofi Dada Doodoo nigga, told you it was this bastard ass phony. I'm giving great speeches. We will no longer be using the European to come in and steal our resources. We will be doing things the right way. You believe that goofy nigga? You crazy as shit.
No, all of a sudden he's borrowing loans. He had made a promise to Ghana that he'll never seek, when he got into the seat, that he will not seek any financial help from the foreigners. But right now, it has actually since May, they have been borrowing loans. They're all puppets. They give promises before they get into the seat, but after they are in, they're gonna do anything they're told to, or other the country.
So they're gonna do what they're told to do, and that's why lockdowns are coming back. They're gonna do what they gotta do because you niggas didn't take the jab like I told you to take it. I gotta depopulate Africa. So this exactly right, Dan. You talking about Confessions of an Economic Hitman, that book, when the hitman told you. First we come and say, hey, please do it. If you don't do it, we'll do a coup, overthrow your ass, or we'll come assassinate you and your whole family. At the end of the day, you'll do it. So they told you how the CIA works. Yes, right, the jackals. The jackals come in because that's how the Confessions of an Economic Hitman works. You see, the world is run by corruption and despots because the whole money system they created is fraudulent. It's a fraudulent money Ponzi scheme. So now they got your millions. What millions talking about, John Mosquito? Counterfeit goods and apparel is a money maker too for those big shots. Probably so. I don't know. I would, they got their hands in everything because they used America as the way they siphoned their money to the rest of their schemes. When they got control of America in 1913 and put their banking scam in here, the Federal Reserve, that was the way they would fund all their missions throughout the world. So they would tax the American people, and that's how they would use the American military to go steal people's land, go do all their wicked ass schemes. That's why America's got to be, in order for them to get complete control of the world, they got to collapse America. Remember, that's why America's under collapse now. They got to collapse America. They got to bring America to its knees. That was the beginning of them taking out all of our manufacturing, and not just your manufacturing that you gave to China. They also gave you intelligent design, your the brain, but what's the word I'm looking for? Your intellectual property to China. So common sense. No other country would ever do that. Who the fuck would build up another in a country that's supposed to be your enemy? Who would give all your enemy all your manufacturing and give them your intellectual property? But China's all fucked up and backwards. China was the third world. No one's gonna. That's how I want you to be able to see the plan, how they work this all out. China was their test bed. So we're gonna build China to a power. We're gonna implement all our wicked shit here first. We're gonna beta test it in China. And I said this years ago. Now all these white people now saying it. I said this years ago. Told Judge Joe this shit. So they were gonna economic hitman. Everybody should read it. I might read it on the show. Everybody should read Confession of Economic Hitman. One of the people show you how the world really works, how corrupt, how wicked, how real it is. Not this. It don't work by the Pope and Jesus, nigga. It work by I'll blow your motherfucking head off. You don't do what you're told to do. You and your damn people. I'm being nice to you now. I'm letting you know this is what you implement. You don't do it. When I come back, your daughter may be dead. She might have an accident. You just gotta say, well, my daughter drowned. You know she ain't drowned, nigga. That's between me and you. So anyway, so China was gonna be the test bed to implement all this wicked shit, the social credit score, locking down, all this wicked shit they were gonna do. Because Chinese people are more compliant, they're easily ruled. So as you see them build China to a power, all these wicked shit, that's why the fake pandemic came out of China, all this other shit, social credit scores, vaccine passports, all this wicked shit is coming from China. And nothing more than Chinese Freemasons, Japanese. Yeah, they all are. But that all comes out of, listen, all this shit comes out of Africa. All these damn, that they bastardized, all these traditions of Masonic. The Moors bring all that shit to the civilized world, the civilized. And so they invert them, and these motherfuckers think it's been so long since the Africans got power, and most Africans are stupid. They taking their knowledge and say, oh, that came from us. That's our knowledge. And all that shit comes out of Africa. But Africa's too stupid to claim it now. They can't. No one wants to believe the African, I thought of none of that because he's too much of an idiot now. They have bicycle jams in 60 now. They got exactly right. Not just the 60s, they riding on bikes. In the 80s, you had no cars in China in the 80s and early 90s. Them motherfuckers riding around on bikes. Ching, 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 ching. Whole country was on bikes, nigga. Whole country. Joey, put this up for me. China in the late 80s on bicycles.
That is what I was writing.
Yeah. Now they got cars and all kind of fancy cars. You're like, where'd the money come from? Exactly. Talking that Judge Joe Brown dumb shit. China just became rich by itself. It just happened. You don't get out of here with that shit. Well, the Baphomet's not really Masonic. They made it a Masonic issue, but it wasn't. It don't really start from the Masons. And we started going into that ball and in a cannonball, you know, the worshiping ball. Hey, I thought Joe was gonna put up a video. Yeah, that's them on bikes. Just not that long ago, the whole country was on bikes. Now it's one of the richest countries in the world. Hey, man, you don't give me a break. How did it happen? Who did it? Wasn't these rice-eating motherfuckers riding these bikes? All these rice-eating backward bastards just all became rich all of a sudden. Country, they propelled the Chinese miracle. Okay. Not that Mao Zedong was a whole Rothschild or Rockefeller agent that they propped up. Yeah, that didn't happen. Go back 30 years. China was poorer than goddamn Kenya.
The car, I can see cars, but they are just
you ain't seen no cars over there. Maybe one, maybe two. Maybe a few trucks, like trucks like that, like a truck, yeah. But the majority of them was riding bikes. That was the mode of traffic. Remember, the mode of transport. Exactly. No way they got there from the 80s to now. Exactly. Common sense will tell you what they are a propped up country. And they are. Most people actually know it now, finally. I've been saying that for years. People, well, listen, dummy. Who the fuck is going to dismantle their manufacturing and give it to another country? No one's going to do that on purpose, whether you understand it or not. America's not going to just say, hey, we're going to give our manufacturing to China, but now we don't make anything. Now we're vulnerable for collapse. That's been the plan. Now America's vulnerable for collapse. We're just as bad as Africa. Our money's worthless, and we don't make shit here. Only thing good with us in America, we still have the intellectual prowess so we can build up quicker than Africa can. And when America collapses, America can build back up because you still got the intellectual wherewithal. If you fight these, you're going to have to fight these damn Ashkenazim first, though. But you still got the intellectual prowess to start building everything. You lost a lot of stuff because you haven't dealt with manufacturing on a mass level. So we have lost a lot of knowledge. But we're still, even though we will collapse, because our dollar's worthless and we don't make nothing. To give value to your money, you must make things. That or have some kind of commodity, gold, corn, wheat, something to trade. All money is a form of trade, a barter. To say, okay, you're saying this money's worth my wheat? Why? That was the scam. Why? Why is this money worth my wheat? Because I say it is. So that's the scam that's been going on.
The problem is not questioning. You see the part of why no one will ask that, because for the African people, they have been made to value that dollar is actually like very high. It is, yes, high in the African continent, but again, it has no value, like you say.
That's why when Africa collapses, it's gonna be hard to rebuild because it doesn't understand economics. It's been made ignorant. Understand the dollar's not worth shit. The damn grain you got, the soil, the land you got was more than a fake dollar bill. You don't know that. You don't know it's the commodity that's worth more than a piece of goddamn paper with some scribbling on it. And it's got a white cracker on it with some scribbling on it, with some letters and shit and words. That's paper, idiot. Absolutely worthless. But hey, you're gonna have to learn that because Africa tell you about to have a collapse coming globally because these dollars are collapsing. American dollars collapsing. Do we have sufficient raw materials? That's a good question. I think all the raw materials in Africa. I don't know if we have enough. We have enough. We have enough raw materials to survive if we question, do we have the education to put the raw materials to work? See, the problem in Africa doesn't have the education, but everybody comes in and exploits them and steals all the minerals and takes it out. Now we might be in that. We won't have that problem because there's too many guns. Ain't nobody coming here in America without getting fucked up. So you won't have that problem. Nobody stealing no resources. But we have to build manufacturing plants to build this shit to get it out the ground again. We gave all our manufacturing to China. So when we done that, we don't have. That's why a lot of the stuff that when you go to Amazon, family, you buy shit. It don't come from America. All that shit can't. Those might be American companies. That shit's coming from China. The supply chain, all that stuff comes from China. It's been made in China. We have raw. I said we got raw materials. I'm not saying that, especially Canada. Shit. But we don't have the equipment. I'm saying. You got to understand what they did. What they did is so brilliant and wicked. Understand? Machinery needs what? Replacement parts. You need the parts to make the equipment. All the parts are made in China. We don't have the manufacturing here to make the parts. We destroyed our manufacturing. We gave it to China. So even if you do got the raw materials, you don't got the manufacturing plants to build the equipment to get this shit out the ground. So first you're going to build a manufacturing plant and teach a whole new group of people how to make shit again. That's a long, arduous process. Talking about 20, 30 years for getting yourself back on your feet. And the channels of distribution were destroyed by, as I said. But it wasn't destroyed by Auction. That's the new channels that they created. By moving everything to China, because they were going to eventually, this is the plan. To move everything there, to make China power, and then start destroying America. Once they drained it dry through the Federal Reserve, now that's all the wicked implementation of these schemes started in China. And they moved their banking scams and schemes to China, make it a power. Then use China to now conquer the rest of the world. But we have to destroy America from within. Because that was going to be the way that we were going to steal everything off the globe. By using American fake currency. By use that fake currency to buy real assets. And the only way you overturn this is war, man. I hate to tell you. You're going to get in the streets. And that's what's coming. So you cowards, good luck to you. It's going to be war in the streets. That's what I see coming. I like to tell you. Because I know a lot of you cowards and scared. Because they mean to lock everyone down and kill us all. So it's going to be war in the streets. It's going to be civil war in America. That's coming. That can't be stopped. That's already baked in the cake. There's civil war coming here. Because the schemes and scams that they implement in Australia, New Zealand, all these people fucking dying. They trying to goddamn vaccinate children here. And a lot of people woke up because only 3% of people have only been vaccinated. They know what the fuck is going on now. You think all these dead bodies, motherfuckers dropping dead every fucking where. They trying to gaslight you with it's global warming. Young ass kids, 18, 19 years old, dropping dead every fucking where. Because they the ones that got that damn jab. And they gaslighting you. You know what? Heart attacks are normal with children. Kids getting strokes at 5 is normal. You out your fucking mind? Kids at 5 years old having strokes and heart attacks? And they try to tell you this is not global warming? All this crazy shit, gaslighting you with this nonsense? They've already declared war on the world. But they told you they were going to do this. Then, like I said, they're no more in beta than on implementation. So I told people years ago what was coming. No one, once you create a new product and service, then so they trade them through geopolitics. That's why you see the killings going on. That's why you can see them kill the Prime Minister of Japan. I supposedly killed him because he wasn't going along with the globalist scheme. And remember, they made them weak to China. I mean, you got to understand the dynamics in the world, what's going on. Japanese and Chinese have never gotten along. And for Japan, for them to build China into a power, the Japanese are like, whoa, motherfucker. Whoa, we got to start building back up. Remember the agreement after World War II was not allow Japan to become a military power again. And Japan's like, nah, we can't do that no more. You guys are building up China into a power. We must build back into a power. We're not gonna be sitting back for no damn Chinese. We're gonna build back up into a power. With heart attacks, terrible. Exactly. Got tolerance, but heart attacks and strokes. They're trying to gaslight people and shit. Telling the funeral director, splitting the funeral director, not to mention all these dead kids that are now showing up. All these children are dead and stinking. Well, you got a dumb parent. Good luck to you.
But moving on, Zansankino, I see your comments, and thank you for emphasizing on that. And I also see Danny, I think he did answer on that question. But I'm moving on to other news and updates. We go a little bit into Africa. We know that right now most of the African countries are holding elections, and of course we still have the Agenda 2030, which they still have new rules to be implemented on the next coming years, the next pandemics to come, some new rules to come. Who knows, maybe we're gonna be under lockdown again, mask mandates again, mask wearing again. But right now what is really happening is that Biden is looking forward to host the African leaders, that is in December summit in the White House. And they're saying that the US leaders summit will be held on December 13th to December 15th by President Joe Biden, which he did announce actually today. And he described the US commitment to Africa as enduring. And he says, I look forward to hosting the leaders from across the African continent in Washington. And according to the press, it always comes to the information where it is really important to see, because definitely whatever information they give, it is always the opposite of what they intend to do. And they're saying, according to the press release, the gathering will look to foster new economic engagement, reinforce, and the US and Africa commitment to democracy and human rights, and it will mitigate the impact of COVID-19 and the future pandemics. And
there'll be pandemics forever now. There's gonna be more and more pandemics. Now it's gonna be more and more pandemics to go along with the 2030 agenda. There's more and more pandemics. The future pandemics. Everybody from 2000 to 2020 with no pandemic. Now it's gonna be pandemic after pandemic after pandemic after pandemic. And if you're a moron, you don't know what the fuck is going on. Good luck to you. You can't see this wicked ass agenda. And then all the pandemics and the other pandemic and a new pandemic and another pandemic. All right.
But we saw Bill Gates, he explained very clearly, like they have been planning this, and the next one, through it. The next one is supposed to be, but they say it's supposed to be scary and it is going to scare people even more. But with this particular meeting, they're saying that, like I said, they're saying that the Africa commitment to the US and Africa commitment to the democracy is looking forward to human rights, meditate the impact of COVID-19 and the future pandemics, work collaboratively to strengthen religion and global health, and they're going to promote food security, which we don't even have right now. So what are you looking forward to promote?
Family, don't believe nothing they said. It's all lies. They've always wanted to make sure they keep that. They warred against Africa when Africa said, we don't want no more of these dead people's clothes. They're supposed to help you with the food. Africa don't need no help with no food. They got all the land. All they got to do is get their shit together and farm it. But Africa, all these African nations tried to say, listen, we don't want no more of your used clothes. America went to war, economic war, against these African countries because they said, we don't want no more of your dirty, fucking fucked up clothes. We don't want none of your second-hand shit. America said, you niggas gonna take that second-hand shit. You're gonna take it. You get that? You're gonna take it. Or we're gonna economically war against your ass. We're gonna sanction shit out you. So the idea they gonna come and help you with food, they wanna let you grow your own clothing market. You gotta wear all this old shit, old dead crackers is bullshit. So pull this up. Say America goes to economic war over Africa not accepting secondhand clothes. But they help you in partnership. It's all bullshit. Say America goes to economic war of African countries who stop secondhand clothing imports. Tell me about no food security. I don't want you to wear your own clothes. You niggas will wear these old white men's drawers if I tell you. Look at these old white drawers. Put them on. Africans. Y'all know every African walking around with a jersey and shit from a team. They don't even know who the hell it is. When he's shooting.
Because that is what most of the Africans have grown up with. And
I know. I just told you. I know, Joby.
Yeah, it's disrespectful. Let's say we want to manufacture our own clothes or rather start, like retailing our own clothes, it's still going to be hard for African people to change. We speak of change every day, so changing people's.
Well, it's gonna have to change. You can't be disrespectful. You can't be considered constantly being disrespected wearing old people's old white woman's nasty bra.
I know, but I don't know. You find that, let's say, if it is buying clothes from the country itself, like the clothes which are being produced from the country itself, you find that most of them are very expensive and most people cannot afford them, because
I know. Because they're being shipped in. If you create your own market, you lower the price, Joby, because the stuff is made there. That's why I told you African prices are all too high. Every time we got buys from this, it's 2 or 3 times the price. Doesn't make sense because you don't manufacture. When you don't manufacture anything, things are high. Like here, things are gonna be high as hell here because we don't make shit. That's when inflation gets. You got to devaluate and dollar happen. But you see anything?
Yeah. Sorry. The information that is coming in, they're saying that America did insist that Africans must wear used clothes, and they started.
That's right. They're your friends, though, but they say you niggas must wear these used clothes because we make money off you dummies, and we giving you all our old shit. But then now they're worried about your food. They're worried about your food security, Joby. It's all lies.
They're starting with Rwanda, and they're saying that Rwanda is a small landlocked country, African country with 24,000.
Yeah, he said we're not gonna accept no more of your old shit. The government said disrespectful. My people don't deserve to wear your old underwear and your old socks and your old shirts. Who know what you've been doing in that damn shit? We're not going to take no more of it.
So they say that yes, this trade war tiny Rwanda is fighting is on behalf of Africa, following the U.S. insistence that Africans must wear clothes already used by Americans. And the step that led to the war began on March 2016, when the heads of the state of Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, and South Sudan, who constitute the East African community, decided to ban the importation of used clothes by 2019 as part of the East African Vision by 2050. And they sought to grow the manufacturing sector from 8.7% to 25%.
Yeah, you must go. That said, you must go a manufacturing sector to make sure. But you know what the white man would do? He'll come in with his economic hitman and say, "You niggas bet not make no manufacturing, make your own clothes. Who's ever doing, I'm gonna kill all of you. I'm gonna murder you in your own goddamn family."
Because so far we've seen leaders or other the so-called presidential candidates saying that that is what they are going to do, but we are already in 2022, and this is an information that came in 2016. Rwanda, they forced their way out. Why are the rest of the East African countries still stuck in? Of course, it is hard to pull out.
They didn't do it because they were told, "Hey, you're gonna wear these old drawers, nigga. Got it? You're gonna wear these old clothes. What you gonna do? You're gonna sell them in Africa. You're gonna continue to be the laughing stock. Your family won't have to do it, but the rest of these niggas gonna do it. You're impoverished because we kept you impoverished, and you're gonna wear these old ass clothes. People wiping their ass with them in America. You don't know what they're doing with them. We'll wash them and send them over there to you. You got shit residue on. You don't know what a motherfucker been doing with them shirts.
You see, and some people are saying that they're not gonna be happy until Africans are sticking their dick in the world. Come on, please.
Who said that? Who said that?
I'm talking about. Please. I don't think Africans are capable. I don't think an African man is that stupid enough to dig themselves into something they don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that an African man is really that dummy, to do that. But I see Daniel saying that you have to do what the Japanese did and start your own manufacturing base. Then you charge a higher price for the imported goods versus domestic, and then you can get the government to reinforce your corporate. Well, that is going to be hard. And as long as we have these corrupt leaders who are only looking forth for their own benefits in, how they're going to benefit themselves, secure their bags, secure the environment, and work, according to what the puppets want, then it is going to be really hard. And if you speak of also manufacturing our own clothes, speak of even the least we have even in the continent, speak of farming. We have farmers, we have been speaking of shortages of maize, but right now because the Kenyan, or the African leaders or the government has not been supporting local farmers, they come forth and start saying that these local farmers are most of the people, instead of helping in terms of reducing inflation, they're hiding maize. Where were you when you had plenty? But right now you're coming to me when I have my own plenty, which I've secured. The blame games needs to stop, and I think sometimes it needs to stop because they're always trying to turn tables around it. It is always them to be blamed, So it is going to take time, and they're the people who have also kept the country to be in the place we are. Because I'm asking, right now we are in 2022. We're speaking of the Vision 2030 or 30, I don't know, 25 or whatever year. We have 8 years down the line, so long as it's not the agenda they claim people know. But
it's not the agenda. It's not the agenda to help people. But anyway, let's get out. Let's go to the topic before it gets too late. It's an hour in, and you'll be like, I gotta go get something to eat.
Let me get to the topic. So what should I start sharing with? Because you said
family. You want to stand with ending? Let me start with that image first. I gave of the light. Family, you guys understand how what light is? Light and magnetism is how the universe works. Light and magnetism. You understand light, you understand magnetism. Every time you have a light wave, a magnetic field always encompasses that light, unless the light is vibrating high enough to break out of it. Okay, what you see there, that's a Brooklyn field. feminine and masculine energy. Now, these currents of light, and you see that thing around it, that's a magnetic field. So that your body is a magnetic field that houses the light inside of it. Now, we're light inside of a magnetic field. Stand there, we're light inside of a magnetic field. Even though you see a body, that's not what you are, you're light. And as you see those things twist around the light up there, the blue, one is feminine, one is masculine. They twist together and they hook from planet to star, to planet to star, all throughout the universe. And it feeds energy to every planet and star in the universe. So that energy right there is coming from our sun, and it's feeding energy into the earth. That's why you want to get out in sun gaze and get those Brooklyn currents right there, right? But now that we know we got a wicked entity that controls the world, Yahweh or whatever, you're not supposed to know how energy flows, how it flows from feminine to masculine. They're teaching you completely different. And so I'm going to show you how magnetic fields work, how you need to raise your vibration of light, because you're light, to break through that rounding of that field. Okay? So let me see what I sent. What I sent Joby, what order I needed to have it in. So, give me a second. All right. Go to the video, Joby, of the Loran Sports.
All right.
This is on your WhatsApp, the Loran Sports. So what you're seeing is them lying to you way energy flows. Technically, you're a star. Yeah, you're a sun. All right. Now let me set this up. Now understanding they're trying to show you. They're trying to show you the way energy flows. And there's trickery in this. As I told you, nothing but a battle. To make anything work, you must have a negative force and a positive force, which is really feminine energy and negative, and masculine energy. But energy flows from the woman to the man, not from the man to the woman. And they're so slick in this, they keep trying to show you it flows from positive, negative. It does not. And I'm sure all this has been set up to make sure you're not able to find which way energy flows and how to get out of here when the body dies and you're let out with nothing but light. So you get caught in these magnetic fields and you'll be injected back into another body. Because now everything's been educated backwards. And that's on purpose. Because when you start learning, it's okay, now I'm starting to learn this shit, but it's completely inverted to make sure you don't understand how the universe works with energy. That's why the globe in our mind is actually upside down. As the Dogon shows you, you go to any kind of Dogon, with the Earth Center, as Gigi told us years ago, you go in there, one's in Chicago, South Africa, they show you the globe upside down, what we think is upside down, which is really right side up. Because they show you where energy flows. You got to know this. So, push play, Joby.
Okay.
Yeah, the map. The map is upside down in our mind. You got to flip it back around. So they did this. I'm going to pause it for a second. Just pause again. Now I'm going to explain. I'm going to let the whole thing play, guys. I'm going to have Joby rewind and play again, show you what they did. Because they got a part. I want you to look at the way the magnet. No, I want you to keep it there, Joby. You keep it with that. I want you guys to look at the battery, and it's going to flip it around where first it said negative to positive energy flows. Oh, but most people say it don't. They flip it. The magnet on the other way saying positive to negative, which is masculine to feminine. That's not the way energy flows. But I just want you to see when energy starts flowing, a magnetic field always comes and captures the light. So you need to understand your light captured in a magnetic field. Your body is a magnetic field. That's why you go across the carpet and you shock somebody. Your body is a magnetic field. And your light trapped inside this magnetic field. So play it, Joby. Look at the battery, y'all.
Is a phenomenon experienced by an electric wire made up of negatively charged particles or electrons moving through a wire.
Electrons means light.
Shown here as yellow particles, electrons move from negative to positive.
So pause it. See, that's where it really goes. He said, but it goes from negative to positive. He's going to flip it on you. That's where energy flows from the female, what they call negative energy, to the male, which is positive. It flows from the woman to the man. He said, but we said it goes from man to woman, which it doesn't. So play, Joe. Watch them flip the battery.
To think of electrical current as moving from positive to negative. So that's how we'll show it here using red particles.
See, so they reverse the flow.
The charged particle doesn't create any magnetic field.
When light moves, it's going to be a field that connects.
It generates a little magnetic field around
Pause that.
These green arrows.
Pause it. Did you see that? See, that's the field. The light is moving and a magnetic field captures the light. Every time you got light moving, a magnetics houses light all the time. Now, if you're vibrating at enough frequency, you can break through that field of that magnetic field. But whenever you got light flowing anyway, a magnetic field is going to come and capture the light. But go ahead, Joby.
Flip the direction of the current, and you flip the direction in which the magnetic field circles around.
He never flipped the current. Pause again. See, he still never flipped. He's still going from positive to negative still. See, this I'm being slick. He still didn't flip the current because it's still going from positive to negative. He didn't flip shit. It's still going the same way. He flipped the battery and said, oh, well, look at me flip the current. He did. It's still, as you see, going from positive to negative, and that's completely wrong. It goes from feminine to masculine. It goes from negative to positive. But go ahead, Joby, play it.
The magnetic field produced by the current will interact with another magnetic field, just the way two magnets repel or attract each other. Here's a horseshoe magnet with a north and south pole. The magnetic field always points from north to south, as shown by the blue lines. This wire is arranged in a kind of pendulum, so it can swing back and forth. Let's insert the horseshoe magnet into the setup and see what happens when electricity runs through the wire and creates a magnetic field around it.
So instead of saying electricity, just say light.
The pendulum swings in a
electricity
direction perpendicular to the horseshoe magnet's field and to the movement of the current. If we reverse the direction of the current, the magnetic
he still did reverse. It still went back from positive back to negative.
Turn,
so he never flipped shit. He's still going from positive back to negative. He's not flipping the current. He's still going from positive to negative. He's not going from negative to positive. So I want you to watch the fuckery. How things are kept to make you not understanding what's going on. How energy actually really flows. And this is on purpose. Go ahead, Joby.
Flipping the horseshoe magnet around to reverse the magnetic field around the pendulum will also cause the wire to swing in the opposite direction. The Lorentz force is what makes our electric motors work. Without this force, our modern world would be quite different.
Okay, so what you're seeing there, pause it. What you're seeing them is them trying to we start trying to understand how energy flows, how light actually works, they're corrupting it. They're teaching you backwards. This energy flows from the woman to the man. And they're trying to make you understand how polar structures work. And that's on purpose because they're going to show you the earth and tell you, feminine energy always goes counterclockwise. Masculine energy goes clockwise. Women's energy draws you in. Women draw you in. Men radiate. So anything that's radiate, that's masculine energy. Radiating. That's why men gotta put fancy clothes on and walk around like a peacock, ones that have the nicest car, because that's to draw the woman in. We radiate. Hey, look at me, goddammit, look at me. Woman, look at me. So we're trying to get the attention of the feminine energy. So understand how energy works. And it works like that on a human level because energy is energy. So when you look at energy just flowing, feminine and masculine, feminine energy, what they call negative spirals or vortexes, counterclockwise. Masculine energy vortex is clockwise. So this is important for you to understand this, because you need to know how to make your body vortex when the body dies, and you're let out of this magnetic field, this prison that you're in. Your body is a prison. Your ancestors knew that. It's a magnetic field trapping your life. So when the body dies, you need to know how to move against the magnetic field. They're trying to teach you not how to move. So, what's the next bit I want Joby to show? Yeah.
There's another one you had sent to me.
Yeah, I sent you a bunch of them. Yeah, go to the next one. The next one down. The magnetic spin vortex.
What is a magnetic spin vortex? Most people are aware that when you look at the effects of a magnetic field,
everything vortex. And you see right there, they're trying to show you. See, one's going clockwise, the other one's going counterclockwise. One is masculine, one is feminine. So they're trying to show you the north. They're trying to show you north and south. So what they're showing you is actually corrupted. How they got to Earth. Because remember, they tell you that true magnetic north is in the South Pole on the planet. And true magnetic south is in the North Pole, which is a lie. All they did was flip the planet upside down in our minds as they thought us wrongly. True magnetic north is in the actual North Pole, which they call the South Pole. True magnetic south is really in the South Pole, which they call the North Pole. They flipped the world upside down when they got power, these wicked motherfuckers. Because all your ancient teachers, as you know, they got the world right side up, the way it's supposed to be. Now it's flipped upside down when you look at a goddamn map. Because Kenya's not in northern Africa, it's actually in southern Africa. They flipped the world upside down in our minds. So you don't know how energy flows and how things work. But you go back to all your ancient maps, you see the world completely different. Upside down, that we would call it, but that's really right side up. Exactly right, Joe Mosquito. Total confusion. But go ahead and play it, Joe.
Most people are aware that when you look at the effects of a magnetic field under a magnetic viewer,
and this is years of study. If you don't know this, you don't know where to start, you don't know what's going on, you don't understand it.
However, most people are not aware that every permanent magnet emits a spinning vortex from its north and south poles. The actual spin vortex looks similar to this diagram. The north produces a counterclockwise spin, while the south.
Pause it. He said the north is counterclockwise, which is a lie. Because energy flows from the woman to the man. So we know that counterclockwise is the south, not the north. So what he's telling you is a lie. Because energy flows counterclockwise is the woman. Counterclockwise is female energy. And since we know energy flows from the woman to the man, we know that's a lie because energy would come into the earth from the South Pole because it would flow from the Brooklyn current, right? Oh no, he got it right. Did he say? I'm gonna mess up myself. Hold on, wait. Is he saying? Okay, he said counterclockwise is the north, right? But he says the south.
Let me reverse it a little bit.
Yeah, let me make sure I get it right. What he's saying.
It's a spinning vortex from its north and south poles. The actual spin vortex looks similar to this diagram. The north produces a counterclockwise spin, while the south a clockwise.
Okay, pause it. Okay, he's actually paused it. Now he's actually got that right. So we know. Okay, he's saying counterclockwise. No, but that still wouldn't be the north. That would be the south. No, counterclockwise. No, that'd be the southern hemisphere. So it would come up from the south, and that'd be no. He's wrong. It's okay. Yeah, they always got confused. No, that's wrong. We know that counterclockwise would come in from the south. That would be the South Pole, not the North Pole, because it flows from top to bottom, from female to male. See, so they're trying to confuse you and say it flows counterclockwise to clockwise, from same what they did in that Lorraine sport. So you see the lie. It flows from man to woman. It does not. Energy flows from woman to male. Go ahead, Joby.
But one side of the magnet attracts another is actually its directional spin. Opposite directional vortex spins will attract, while like directional vortex spins will repel. What we think of as north and south poles are really clockwise and counterclockwise vortex spins emitted by the magnet. This is what the field of spintronics is all about. The Earth itself is a giant magnet.
Pause it. Looking at the Earth, they tell you female and masculine energy, light energy, talking about vortexing into the planet, coming from our sun, which is tapped into a bigger sun, Sirius. So you got these vortexing energies, if I tell you sun gaze, of feminine and masculine energy coming into the planet, but we know we're coming from what they call the South Pole, which is really the North Pole. It would go from feminine down to masculine, vortexing in. So we know the way they flip the word upside down, that true north is what he said is correct, and in a way, true north would be feminine. But you would have to flip the word upside down because they tell you that true north is the North Pole, which is incorrect. That's where the South Pole. And the South Pole is where the North Pole. I don't want to confuse anybody. It's hard to keep up with this. It's all confusion they've given you to make sure you don't think this realm when your ass dies. When you start learning all this shit, you say, oh, I'm learning energy. You don't know which way energy flows. When you die, you're like, I'm going this way. And you're caught up in the field, nigga. You ain't getting out. Coming back. Coming back. Welcome back, Orion. You got out of here, but you didn't. Because I told Joby don't steal. Go ahead.
Jet stream, the age rings of a tree. If you look for it, everything in nature exhibits spin. Tornadoes tend to rotate counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. However, the opposite can occur, which undercuts the common misconception. A tornado's directional spin is actually a result of the Coriolis force.
No, there's not
also
that.
a common
He knows.
misconception.
They know you're starting to know the hemispheres, and depending on what the hemisphere is, determines the rotational spin of a hurricane and a tornado because of the energy in the hemisphere. One hemisphere is masculine, one hemisphere is feminine. Now, what he said was wrong because you know our hemisphere was supposed to be northern, which we know the counterclockwise. Oh, let's see. Okay, so counterclockwise is supposed to be the southern hemisphere because it come up from the. I'm confusing my damn self. Give me a second. Yeah, turn that way. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. So, you know, what he said is wrong. So the southern hemisphere would be the feminine hemisphere, not the northern, like he said, because it comes up from the bottom to the top. Now, I want you to understand when we showed those light currents in the beginning, what Joby was showing. That's how your ancestors got here, through light currents. How these other Indians get here, through light currents. Ride those currents, those waves, those Brooklyn currents as light. And they manifest themselves at the bottom, what we call the North Pole, really on the bottom. And as they vortex themselves in, creating a magnetic field, they pop out through the North Pole, which is the South Pole, to tell you, as a person. Because the light starts connecting magnetic fields, and so they create a body that they can house, an avatar they can house themselves in as they pop out through the North Pole, which is the South Pole. We got to flip the earth upside down to get it right. Okay, we got to flip the world upside down. So as these entities, high spiritual beings, come to the earth on those light currents I showed you in the beginning as light. Remember, those are river waves. Your ancestors called them what? The Nubis currents. The Nubis currents, how spirits ride the waves, ride the currents, light. The light beams. So you traverse the universe on those currents. Depending on how your vibration. Some places are cut off from you because you're not vibrating high enough. But high vibrational beings would ride those currents as light. Now, Joe would have to send it to you. What's up at chat room? I don't got Joe would have to send it. Put that inside the chat room for you.
Okay.
But anyway, so light entities would transverse the universe on those currents as light. As you get to a lower frequency, lowering your frequency, magnetic fields would house your light. And so you could pop up into any avatar you want to pop up into, or create an avatar to house the light in, to walk up amongst this planet, right? So, understand in your mind, they flip the world upside down because our southern hemisphere is actually our northern hemisphere. And our northern hemisphere is actually our southern hemisphere. Okay? So that's what we got to understand. And so this is them trying to confuse you again and saying that counterclockwise energies in the north, which they show us, that's not true. Counterclockwise feminine energies actually in the southern hemisphere. So us knowing that means you got to flip the earth upside down to what it really looks like. Not the shit they show you on a map. That's a lie. because energy flows from the woman to the man. So continue to play that, Joby, if you can.
Pull up what?
I said continue to push play.
Okay.
That a drain north of the equator will create a counterclockwise vortex, and south of the equator a clockwise vortex. This is not always the case. What's interesting to note, though, is that all things in nature exhibit spin. And not only nature. Spin is the nature of the universe.
It does. It does exactly. It flies the right direction. It flows the right direction. They lied to you that it flows. The now flows north. No, it don't. It flows south. Exactly right. On second one. And now what you then listen. Remember your ancestors tell you what direction. Remember they tell you Upper Kemet is in the southern part of damn Egypt, right? And Lower Kemet is supposed to be in the northern part of Kemet, and Upper Kemet is in the southern part. You say, oh, they just called it that. They knew what direction they were talking about. These motherfuckers flipped the earth upside down in people's minds and are now teaching us wrong. Upper Kemet is actually in Upper Kemet. Lower Kemet is actually in Lower Kemet. If you put the globe right side up, that's the scam they've been doing. Your ancestors knew damn what direction they were going. They didn't call it Upper Kemet because they didn't know that was Upper Kemet. They knew that was northern part of Kemet. And Lower Kemet was in the lower part of Kemet, which is by the Mediterranean Ocean. Now they say, oh, they didn't really know Upper Kemet. They said, why they put Upper Kemet in the southern Egypt like that? And why they put Lower Kemet in the north? That don't make sense. They said, well, you know, they just didn't really know. They tell kind of lies. They knew. They turned the globe upside down in your goddamn mind and been teaching you wrongly ever since these wicked bastards have got power. Because they're creatures of Ogu to cause confusion, to keep your energy housed here in this existence and tell you all kind of lies. So you don't understand that how energy flows. You're told now lie how the earth. When you look at the map is wrong. It's upside fucking down. Every ancient map shows you the earth in a different right side up. Not the way you look at it now. Because the South Pole is really the North Pole. You know, think of this, family. Remember, the South Pole has land, right? Land sits on water. So how can the damn South Pole that has land be on the bottom of the earth? Wouldn't it fall the fuck off? It would have to sit on water. So we know, as our ancestors told you, the South Pole is really the fucking North Pole. They flipped the earth upside down in our minds when they got power. They flipped the map upside down. Do me a favor, Joe, but go to see if we can get images of the Dogon map in the Earth Center. See, I don't think I got that available. Images of a Dogon map in the Earth Center. Where every time you walk into a Dogon damn Earth Center, they got the map the right way. As our sister Gigi told us years ago. Said, Keith, I walked into that Dogon Center in Chicago there, just the way you said it. I said, I know, because that's the way the earth really looks. The ancestors knew how the earth looked. Not the lie we get now.
Is this it?
Let me see what you got. Is that the Dogon Earth Center? Is that what you typed in there?
Okay. Just a minute.
I don't know what the hell you typing there, Joey.
Dogon. Spell Dogon.
D-O-G-A-N. Say images of the map in the Dogon, D-O-G-A-N, Earth Centers. See what you get.
That is what they're giving me.
And they're not even showing you that. They're just showing you a regular map. You'd have to flip that map upside down. So you take that map right there and flip it around upside down. That's not in the Earth. They're just showing you a map, globe. They're not showing the doggone Earth center. Okay, do this. Erase that right there. Say, it's an ancient map showing the Earth upside down. Images of an ancient map showing the Earth upside down, which is really the right way it's supposed to look, but we'll say upside down. Yeah, of course the globe is wrong. They got North America as big as Africa. You can fit North America and Africa like 10 times. They always make Africa smaller than what it is. Remember, the whole map is a lie. They admitted that. They admit that it's upside down. They know that the size of it is a lie. They make Europe all big. Here we go. Those other ancient maps look like that. That's the way the Earth actually is. But they don't teach you that, because that means you'll know how energy flows. That the North Pole is really the South Pole, and the South Pole is really the North Pole. These are ancient maps before the cracker got power. You understand that? These wicked bastards turn the map in your mind. That's the way the Earth looks. So that's how I knew they never went to no goddamn moon, because they showed me the Earth right side up the way they show you in the class. So you knew that was a goddamn lie. When they show, oh, we've been on the moon, but they show you the way the map looks today. The globe, the way they got it. I knew you ain't been to no goddamn moon, because your globe is wrong. The globe looks like what Joey's showing. That's the globe. Not the shit they show you today. That's the way the globe looks. They flipped it around in your goddamn mind. They're all up in space, but they showing you some fucking globe the way they got it now. I knew you ain't been no damn space. You showing me the fake ass globe. Some shit you made up. That's the way the Earth looks. That's the way the Earth and your ancestors showed you that. That's why you know they was right, because it showed you Upper Kemet was Upper Kemet and Northern Kemet. White people like, the Nile is the only river that flows from south to north. No, it don't. No, it don't. No, it don't.
There's a difference even between the two how they used to look. You can see here, and now how it looks. How it used to look and now how it looks.
Yeah, they flipped it upside down. That's the original is the right way. The one you grew up looking at is wrong. It's a lie. The one we grew up looking at is a lie. The one we grew up looking at is a damn lie. South Africa is not South Africa. South Africa is North Africa. The one we looked at is a damn lie. Boom, Joby. Boom.
Magic. That is magic.
Gravitational magnetic, understood as resonance with vibrational forces and frequency. They all share a symbol of magnetic fields and the commonality of spins. Particles and matter itself all exhibit spin, whether it's microscopic or on a cosmic scale. But I digress. What does all of this have to do with the magnetic spin vortex? I've laid all of this out to explain that everything you tread at a molecular level already exhibits continuous spin. So it's not so much a matter of getting a magnetic structure to spin. The individual magnets are already spinning on a molecular level. So understanding the spin vortex of a magnet places you one step closer to building a magnetic motive force closed loop system. The idea of tapping the magnetic spin vortex for a closed loop system has been around for a while. Before I present some ideas on how this might be done, let me show you some ways it can't, and also share an interesting design idea by David Hamill. Hamill's magnetic motor utilizes the magnetic spin vortex and gravity in his design. People have been trying to oversimplify his design into something like this, which has been called...
So do this, Joby. Get out of that, because I'm going to show you the next one. Do the Joby for me. Go to images of true magnetic north and true magnetic south. And we know this, like I said, everything has polarity. One part of the earth is feminine, one part is masculine, like your brain. One part is a feminine sphere, one part is a masculine sphere. Everything is as above, so below, like your ancestors Told you. Not your goofy Bible, your dumb Quran. So, yeah, go to images of true magnetic north and true magnetic south. And we're going to see that true magnetic north, as they say, is in the South Pole. And true magnetic north is in the South Pole. And true magnetic south is in the North Pole. And true magnetic north is in the South Pole. That's the scam they give you. Instead of saying, no, this is wrong, because you flip the world upside down in motherfucker's mind. You say images of true magnetic south and North Pole, Joby.
Okay.
And they're going to show you that they tell you that the true magnetic south is in the north and true magnetic north is in the south. And you say, yeah, that makes sense. No, they flip the world in your mind, morons. All the ancient maps show you the truth. The true magnetic south is the south, and true magnetic north is the north. That means they flipped the world upside down and been teaching you wrongly. And that's a reason why they've done that. There you go. So just give me one. So there you go. You see right there, they're showing you true magnetic north is the South Pole. And true magnetic south, Joby, is the North Pole. Does that sound crazy to you?
This is crazy, and they have interchanged everything, you know, like
because they flipped the world upside down. Because true magnetic south is actually south. It means you got to flip the world around because they lying to you. There's a reason why they've done this. It's about understanding how energy works, how it flows. So you got to flip the world like we showed on that map to get it right. But they tell you a lie that true magnetic north is in the south, and true magnetic north, and true magnetic south is in the north, and true magnetic north is in the south. That's a lie. Because they flipped the world upside down in your mind and on all your books. You got to flip the world back right side up for it to be right. So that has something to do with those magnetic fields. You see the Van Allen belt with Joby Sherman right there, your magnetic fields. If you don't understand how energy flows, you're going to get caught in those fields, black people, and you're going to bring your ass right back here. Because you don't understand how energy flows, how to manipulate it. Because the body, I showed you, is nothing but your light trapped in a field, as we showed you doing the Lorentz force. Your light in a field. Now, how do you get out of the field? How do you escape this goddamn field? Just keep that tab open, Joby, and go to that tab and put up this, not the next video, but the video that says, let me show what's the name of it. What's the video? Put up the video that says radiation rays, alpha, beta, and gamma for me.
Did you send it to me? Because you sent me on there too.
Yeah, no, it's on there. I'm looking on your thing. It says radiation rays, alpha, beta, and gamma.
Okay, let me.
It's the video right before you sent me the one I said this one, Joby. This is the closest one I could describe what I want to teach.
Let me share that.
All right. So what I'm about to show how energy goes, how it goes through magnetic fields. Understanding raising your energy, your vibration.
Okay.
So this is how radiate what you always like radiation. And if you're only vibrating a certain level, this only goes as far as you can get to a magnetic field.
Emits.
This is not the complete one I want to find, but it's the best one I can find.
The nucleus of radioactive material emits 3 different types of radiation rays called alpha, beta, and gamma.
Stop it. Stop that right there. Now, most of us are only operating on beta as light beings. You're only operating on beta, not your brain waves. That's different between, theta and that's a different. We're talking about your light vibration, which is beta, which is alpha, beta, and then gamma. Now, gamma is the level of energy you want to reach to break through this magnetic field that's wrapped around the earth and wrapped around our galaxy that this Ogu, Jehovah, Yahweh put up there to entrap your goddamn soul to keep you coming back. You must raise your vibration, family, to break through the field. That's the whole thing. You must raise your vibration to break through the fields. Hold on, y'all. Hold on for a second. Hold on, give me a minute.
Okay.
I'm back. I thought this guy was coming to say something to me. So anyway, you must raise your vibration to break. I'm going to show you the fields, the magnetic fields. Now, if you raise that gamma, you can break through all these fields. Hold on. All right, I'm back, y'all. So anyway, as you guys see, gamma frequency, other magnetic fields. If you break out your solars in beta, you're not gonna make it. You're coming back. If you're an alpha, if you're wave, because you're gonna be the wave, you're gonna be light, a light wave. They're like the Brooklyn currents. When you leave your body, you're light. No such thing as death. Understand this. You live in an infinite universe. There's no such thing as death. You need to understand that again. But if you leave the body and you're not vibrating that gamma, you will be coming back. So you got to see how energy flows, how's it work, and how's it move. But let me play that, Joe. We're going to play.
Due to the distinct electrical charge characteristics of the alpha, beta, and gamma rays, they can be separated by directing a beam from a radioactive source through a magnetic field.
Magnetic field.
Alpha rays carry particles originating from the nucleus of a radioactive atom. These particles consist of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Essentially, they are positively charged helium atoms stripped of their electrons. The magnet causes these particles in the alpha ray to bend in one direction.
So they're taking the magnetic field, causing it to bend where you're not going to make it through. I'm going to show you what it says. You're not going to make it all the way through. You're going to be in a magnetic field. You're going to get caught. And if you're at beta, you're leaving the body. Imagine that you're in that block and you're shooting out the body. And you're blue, and you're just at beta. You're going to hit the field again. You're not going to get out of it. You're going to come back. You're going to come back to this bitch because you're not going to get past that magnetic field, which is called the Van Allen belt up there. And you got another belt you got to get through if you get to the Van Allen belt. It's called the Kuiper belt. So you got to be vibrating at a certain frequency to get up out of there. So go ahead, Joe, we play.
Negatively charged electrons. After passing through the magnet, they bend in the opposite direction of the alpha ray.
They don't make it through.
Because electrons of the beta ray have less mass than the protons and neutrons in the alpha ray, the beta ray undergoes a more pronounced bend. Gamma rays are pure energy. Because the gamma ray has neither mass...
Gamma ray, now you're pure light. You're pure energy. Now you can break to the field, nigga. You can get back to God, morons, if you want to. Or go where the fuck you want to go. But you don't come back here. You're now out of this bitch. You're gone. So you can decide at gamma ray, Ogu cannot keep you here no more. He cannot recycle your energy because now you're vibrating that gamma. You can break through the magnetic field. You're pure light energy, like he's telling you. Go ahead, play it, Joven.
Nor charge, it remains unaffected by the magnetic field. The unique characteristics of these 3 types of radiation affect their capacity to penetrate various materials. Whereas an alpha particle is stopped by a sheet of paper, a beta particle easily passes through paper but is stopped by aluminum. A gamma ray is not impeded by the paper nor aluminum, but its progress can be stopped by lead. The degree to which each of these 3 forms of radiation penetrates the tissue.
You see, gamma goes through all the magnetic fields. That's why you must be eating correctly. That's why you must get your ass out there in Sundays. If you want to leave this existence, if you want to come back, hey, do you come back? I'm not coming back to none of these moronic ass Africans being born. I might be born in Kenya this time, be fucked up. And they're talking about Jesus all damn day. Jesus loved me, yes he do, 'cause the cracker told me so.
We are ready to receive you. Don't worry. You're gonna get used to it.
So anyway, you see, when you vibrate that gamma, family, you vibrate that gamma like that, what you're doing is now breaking through the magnetic field of the barrier set up by this demiurge, this Yaldabaoth, that's up there outside of the earth and also the galaxy. But if you're not vibrating these gamma, what it's showing you, if you're at beta or alpha, you're coming back. That's what it's showing you. You bring your ass back. That's what it's showing you. So if you vibrate at gamma, you're gonna go through all these magnetic fields they're showing you. Go ahead, Joby.
Is the basis for limiting a person's exposure to radioactive material. In terms of the impact of radiation on the human body, alpha particles are generally stopped by the outer layer of skin and pose no real harm to underlying tissue. Beta particles, however, are not stopped by the protective layer of skin and can damage deep sensitive tissue. Gamma rays likewise can penetrate deep into the body and cause harm. This is why it is necessary to wear specialized protective gear when working with radioactive materials. When a neutron is fired at high speed into an atom of uranium, it will split the atom in a process called fission. The stability of the nucleus of an atom is maintained by the balance between the repulsive electrical force among protons and the attractive nuclear forces holding the nucleus together. With uranium, this balance is unstable. Thus, when a fast-moving neutron collides with the nucleus of uranium-235, it is stretched into an elongated shape. This elongated shape tips the balance in favor of the repulsive forces, and the uranium-235 atom splits into fragments of krypton and barium. 3 neutrons are also generated from this powerful release of energy. The 3 forcefully ejected neutrons can each strike an atom of uranium, resulting in the case of an atomic bomb, a catastrophic chain reaction. The nuclear fission process is also the source of energy used to operate nuclear power plants. In a controlled environment, the tremendous heat generated by splitting uranium-235 is used to produce steam that...
Come again, sorry?
Yeah, you can end it. I just want to show how gamma rays go through, that's the only one I can find. How gamma rays go through magnetic fields. So you're vibrating at that level when the body dies and the light pops out of you. That's what you're, a light being. That's what you are. So if you're vibrating at gamma, you can break through these fields and don't be recycled back to the planet. So if you're drinking, doing your drugs, I'm partying and I'm doing my drinking, niggas. But good luck to you. You coming back, stupid.
You're gonna be back probably because of drinking sodas. It'll be like
I'm gonna get rid of soda. My sodas are bad. I'm gonna get rid of sodas, Joe. But don't worry about that. Most people can't get rid of alcohol. I get rid of sodas. I drink one like once a week or something.
You'll come back and you'll be like what John Mosquito is telling. You'll be walking barefoot, eating ugali, and swimming like those Nigerian kids. You know, if that damns you, you'll be back right here. But be careful, like kids say, you have to take care of what you eat, and I do agree with that too. Because
I'm not gonna be back. Well, you know, you can eat a little bit of meat, just don't eat a lot. You make sure you want to make your body optimal. I mean, you ain't gotta be no damn monk. All you want to do is get the gamma. I'm not trying to get holy. All I do is see, as long as I sun gaze, Joby, I cross out most of my bad habits. See, I go out there and sun gaze. I know I know I'm not eating right. I'm not drinking right, but I'm not getting sick because my vibration's high because I sun gaze. See, like most of y'all don't go sun gaze. I sun gaze, damn it. I get my ass out there. I take my shoes off. Hey, what you doing? Hey, don't worry about what I'm doing. Mind your own damn business.
I also love sitting on the sun. Like I really love the sun so much. Like being under the sun. Like I said,
it will energizes us.
When I was young, like I used to stare directly at the sun when I was young, and it really, at some point, it brought some effect on me. But again, I really love the sun so much.
Well,
I see people. Thank you for joining us. You're saying that Jima will reincarnate in Ghana, but. But naked and eating fufu. Oh my god. I don't know who's Gene Man. Is it Gene Man or Gene Man? I don't know. It's Gene Man or Gene More. I don't know, something like that. But thank you so much for joining us. And Sakina, you're saying that if Keith has to drop Dr. Pepper, then Joby has to drop Marjorie. No way.
Joby ain't dropping no. Joby ain't dropping no margin, niggas. Joby fight a whole gang. Joby fight a whole gang of girls for some margin. Wait, what one of you girls ate my damn margin around here?
I'm gonna put margarine in the rice. I'm gonna put it in the bread. I'm gonna put it in the dairy. I'm gonna put it in ugali. I put it in ugali sometimes. I do put it.
Oh yeah, I see what. Yeah, that's what I said. I actually put that shit in ugali too. They halfway decent. As long as I put some like salt and some salt on that shit and some pepper.
Yeah,
that shit, it had no damn taste. I said, man, it's ugali rough.
But if you cook it with some margarine, it makes it a little bit better, and some little salt. Just a little.
It is. No, you're right. As long as I give it some flavor, shit. And I'm like, man, don't give it no flavor, like eating a mouthful of nothing.
But Nish, thank you so much also for joining us. I say that if you don't work, you will naturally progress. And if you do the work, you will naturally progress. And I do agree with that. That is in terms of people need to wake up, because a lot of us are still, we are in the process of waking up, but the majority do not know most of this information we're getting, because we have been lost in education, in history, in a lot of things, where we don't know what nature is, how it's supposed to work for us. We're not supposed to be begging with the closest thing to God, things like this. We have been meant to be scared of, the Creator. We don't even know, we have God. That is like a key.
Exactly. Why are you supposed to be scared of the person that created you? You're supposed to know the Creator, know why He did it. You're supposed to ask questions. That's what. If you can't ask questions, it's a lie.
Mm-hmm. And the Joe Mosquito, Nisha saying that pounding the arm is good. Yes, I do agree. Joe Mosquito is saying that we're trying to talk through the walls out here. And yes, second one is saying that paki butter. And Nish is saying ugali and fufu is like rice. Yes, personally, I also do love rice, but Keith discussed rice. I don't know what Keith really loves, or most of you, because
I told Job it's like rice, and I can't stand rice unless it's Cajun rice. Nish, this has got some taste like it's Cajun, or got some kind of like meat or dirty rice or something. I can't eat that. I told Job it's just like that. I said, man, that ugali's like that right rice. Nigga, I can't eat that shit. That shit ain't got no taste. It ain't got no taste to it. It ain't got no taste, man.
Trust me, if you stay in Nairobi for like a couple, or let's say even like 2 months are enough for you to love ugali, because this is the staple food here. And that's why you see people, we're raising questions and raising eyebrows when we see Uhuru trying to mess with people's mind, whether you're trying to reduce the price.
See,
1 minute you're not
as
reducing
African
the price.
people, family, what Joe be saying, African people, we're not supposed to have any staple food. We're supposed to be rich and eat any kind of food we want. Staple food means people that are poor. It's poverty. As Africans, we didn't have no staple food. You say that's why you didn't have no staple food growing. You go back to African history because they were rich. We don't need staple foods for poor people. So we don't adhere to poor people. I mean, eat ugali, say it's good, that's great. But we don't eat it because it's staple, because it's African people. We're supposed to be rich. We're supposed to be rich. We're not supposed to be impoverished.
True.
So, African people, we're supposed to be rich and act like we're rich and be rich. And don't get mad who's upset that we're rich. I'm rich, nigga. And I don't give a damn if you mad. So what? That's how we used to be with the white. That's how we used to be with the white man. Jovi, is it cold in the studio? Yeah, it's cold up in there. The heaters ain't never come.
It's cold in Nairobi, not only in the studio, B.O.B., thank you for asking, but it's cold basically in Nairobi, but again, the studio is also cold. It is cold. You know, I mean, we are in an environment where it is literally, we are surrounded by a forest too, so definitely the cold is going to be around, yeah. It is a nice environment.
They give us another day yet, Joby? When stuff's supposed to get there? I like the supply chain breaking down. Did they give us another day when the heaters and stuff's supposed to get there?
Let me confirm actually just right now. Today I've not checked. I checked yesterday. So let's see today, what they're telling me, the information.
Exactly. Eating to survive instead of eating to live. Exactly. That's what a staple food is. Exactly, Jenna Mosquito. That's eating to survive and not eating to live. Exactly right. That's why when they go, oh, the ugali cost, oh my God, going up. I remember when Joby asked Katie, did you buy the ugali at that price? Huh? Oh, no.
Well, it's still at the same position where the errors in Kenya, except to arrive at Nairobi sorting center that is in 15 to 25 days.
They still tell us 15 to 25 days, so it's going to be cold in there, B.O.B. You're going, I'll fly you to Kenya and let you breathe your hot air on them. You know, you're going to breathe your mouth. Just make sure your breath ain't funky, B.O.B. You know, funky breath is the worst.
And Sankimana, I saw you mentioned ugali and beans. It's actually nice, let me tell you.
It is like fufu. It is like fufu's a little sweeter, Jim. Fufu got a taste to it. But it is like fufu. It is like fufu, exactly right, Jim. That's what it's like. It's like what you call in Ghana fufu because it's a staple. But fufu has at least a taste. I can eat that other shit. You guys eat that bush meat, them big ass rats and shit with it. Hey Joby, could you eat bush meat?
No.
No.
The worst I've eaten for bush meat is I don't know how we call it. It's a certain bag. That is I think the worst I've eaten.
Somebody try to give me that shit in Ghana. I don't know what it is, Joby. Somebody try to give me that shit in Ghana. I said, hey, what's this? He said bush meat. I said, what the fuck is bush meat? What is that? I thought it was like a monkey. I said, you trying to give me a monkey, nigga? Read a bush. I think about a monkey in a bush. What you trying to give me? Anybody them big ass? Hey, Jim Mosquito, you ever had that bush meat, bro? When you went to Ghana, you ever had that bush meat, Jim Mosquito? That was big cheese pretending. We said that yesterday. Me and Joby figured that out yesterday. That was big cheese pretending to be spikes. That's what we said. I said, that gotta be big cheese. That's what we said too, to the Mosquito.
Yeah, he's really them. He knows how to play with people's minds. That was really good.
I said, it's gotta be big cheese, ass.
Big cheese, shout out to you and also damn you wherever you are. Why are you playing with people's mind like that? Don't do that.
What's that, Joby? What's that?
This is the worst I've eaten for the bush meat. It's called.
Oh, that's like a turkey, ain't it? That's not bad. It's like a turkey, ain't it?
I don't know. They're calling it the Kenyan turkey. That is the Kenyan turkey.
That's a turkey. Yeah. That's not really bad. That's not bush meat. That's a turkey. That's not bad. Now show Ghanaian bush meat, Joby. Images of Ghanaian bush meat. Let's see Jim Mosquito ate this shit. Images of Ghanaian bush meat. Tim, have you eat this shit, Joby?
Oh my God! That was really gonna be kidding me. Oh my
Joby said, "Oh my God!"
What is this?
Joby said, "What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this?"
This looks ugly.
Okay, ugly. Would you eat it, Joby? Would you eat it?
And rats, they have rats too.
Yeah, I said, would you eat it, Joby?
No.
See, what you call bushmeat is a turkey. I eat that, Joby. That's why he fled. Exactly. That's right. He didn't answer yet. Exactly right, Tefo. You know he ate that shit. The mosquito grew up on eating that shit there. Ugh. I said, don't eat that shit. But I ate a giant snail in soup before. Shit.
All are hilarious things.
He's right. He said, at least he's right. He said he didn't eat that shit. I was like, they asked me to eat that shit. I was gonna say, I said, what is this? What's this?
Have you eaten a dove?
A dove?
Yes.
I never tried. They say they're good. My wife's a country girl. They ate doves. I never had. They say they're good though. I would eat a dove. I would eat a dove. Oh, are they delicious, Joby?
They're good. I used to hunt them myself. There's how I used to hunt them with a certain arrow, and I was really good at it.
Oh shit, Joby, you was out there with a bow and arrow hunting doves. Joby was the black Pocahontas. Joby was the black Pocahontas of Kenya, nigga. Catching doves. You bring them back. You bring them back for the family. You bring them back for the family. Did you eat them yourself? How you cook it, Joby?
We used to hide them because it's meat. You know, everyone wants meat. You don't share with everyone meat. You hide. You go like.
Joby used to hide damn doves. God damn, Joby. Oh yeah, Joby's by the Hunger Games. That's right. Joby, what's that girl's name in the Hunger Games? What was that girl's name? Joby's that girl. What was that girl's name? Katniss. Joby's Katniss.
I used to hunt them, then we go with a lighter at the bush, then we gather up some firewood and we roast them, you know. We just remove the feathers and roast them, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, when times get rough, Joby knows how to go hunt doves. That's Katniss. That's Katniss Joby there, boy. Run out hunting the doves and cooking them and shit. See, that's the kind of woman you need to survive. That's Joby's what they call a high-powered, a high-value woman. Joby knows how to get a dove and cook it. Shit, Joby, I'm hungry. Don't worry, nigga. Don't worry, nigga. I got you.
I'll be eating a bird like the guy in TikTok. Let me share just that video as we wind up, family. Let me share of a guy. This is how crazy our people are.
Is that guy that's calling them back, Tempo? Eat that bush meat, boy. I'm like, what's that shit right there? Oh, this the bush. Like I said, man, you think I'm eating that shit? You out of your fucking mind. Don't worry. It's the Hunger Game. You better find your woman like Joby, boy, out there cutting meat and all kind of shit out there, boy. God damn.
Don't worry, America will be the
Hunger Games. Yeah, it's gonna be the Hunger Games. You better know how to hunt. I know how to hunt deer, but I don't know how to do no bow and arrow work like Joby. Shit. But if I don't got no bullets, Joby out there shooting birds with an arrow. You know how hard that is, nigga?
Actually, we used to make the arrows ourselves. We used to be very creative when we were young. Like, you know, we make the arrows yourself. Then you make there's how you used to design them. Then you aim. I was taught how to aim. Then you just let go. Then they fall.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, that's right. It's like when that was Jim's daddy. They would tell Joby, baby, go out and give me some dove meat, baby. I'm hungry.
But finally, as you wind up, let me show you this crazy video of this crazy guy. And I don't know, maybe this was one of the people who will be surviving the time. The inflation will be high. This guy,
he ain't got to worry about no inflation. He not trying to eat no ugali, Joby. Fuck that.
I know, right? Exactly. He's gonna be eating birds. He's gonna be eating spiders. He said the next thing he wants to eat is a snake and all sorts of crazy shit. You know, he's really, really crazy. Let me share this if I can.
Shit, you got riots in Africa right now.
Not really. This is not the video. So much the video. Well, they're not bringing me any clear details, but he ate a spider. His face.
Joby does right. Joby out there cutting down doves and all kind of shit. Damn, I didn't know she had that talent. Shit.
Asiku umenimisa hadi unaenda ukiambia watu ati Q9 amepotea. Napotea kwani mimi ni pesa?
Look at this goofy nigga cooking all kind of strange shit like he's Chinese.
That is why you will never make it. Because you are heartless like a mosquito. Hutaiomoka. Leo tunapika Batman, sawa? Comrade, sipatie Wanjakoya bote yako kwa ujui kupika. Utakuwa unavuta bangi alafu unakula nini? Na Wanjakoya kama ni mnoma atoe masomo. Bangi ikuwe ligo, masomo ikuwe ligo. Tumetoka kusoma. Next week kuna mtu akona kata hapa, yeye anaenda kuvuta bangi kwa kampeni ya Wanjakoya.
What the hell is that? What is that?
Alafu
the birds, he's eating a bird. Do you remember the guy we were talking about on the description?
Yeah, eating bats and all kind of shit. End up with all kind of diseases. This shit ain't clean, right? When your mouth be off, but your head gets swollen. I don't know what's going on. You ate that bat, nigga. That's what's going on. Good luck to you.
I think Sister Nish is saying that I'm not talking about the city idiots in Africa. And of course, Africa,
Joby, did you watch Joby in them show? Joby said you used to be able to call the village and get you a bag of maize. Not no more. Not no more. Niggas ain't growing no maize out there. Shit. Not no more.
Well, yeah, that is how people used to be. Like, if you are in Nairobi, you could call back every time we had, like, I remember, like, in 2010, when we had, like, this type of inflation, as much as it was not as this bad, we had people, if you are living in Nairobi, you call back in the village and you just request for a sack of maize or two, and they're transported to Nairobi. But right now, because everyone is running in the city, no one wants to do agriculture anymore. Everyone wants to stay in the sewage and swim on the sewage in the name of the city, you know, in the name of I'm living in Nairobi.
You know, mosquito, you gotta cut so deep. God damn. Mosquito, you gotta cut so deep. You gotta cut temple so deep. God damn. God damn. They gotta cut them so deep. About the white people, you know, South Africans favor you on your own soil, homeboy. Yeah, you gotta cut so deep, you know. God damn.
Much love, family, and it's all love right here on the Block of Fire Network. But Santini Sana for everyone who joined us, and thank you, Keith, also for today's lesson.
Much love, family. Everybody take care of themselves. I tried to come on last night, but let me tell my story before we leave. I was trying to come back on last night, right? And the internet, I thought the internet was good. It got all janky and shit out there where I was at. But anyway, I left Joby. You know, Joby cut us off again. No, Joby be pulling spikes, right? Playing the music, then cut it off and shit, right? So I said, okay, forget Joby ass. Let me go get my sandwich. But I went to the store. There was pizza and a Subway sandwich shop. I didn't want any pizza, right? So remember, everything is synchronistic. And we were talking about them trans men and all that crazy shit yesterday, remember? And so I go in the Subway, and I'm not even looking at the people. I'm tripping out on this whole white family, got all these masks on. The grandma, the mama, the daddy, the kids. I said, look at these crazy crackers with these masks. So then the guy turns to me. I hear a voice. I didn't know it was a man or woman. You know, you got your back turned. I'm still tripping off them. He said, sir, what would you like to eat? I said, well, give me a chicken teriyaki on Italian herb and cheese, please. So he says, you know, what kind of bread? What kind of cheese do you want? I said, give me American. He said, do you want to toast it? I said, yeah, go and toast that thing. Right? Because I still wasn't looking. I still was tripping up. I still was tripping on these masks wearing crackers. Like, motherfuckers is crazy. So the whole family was crazy, right? So he said, what kind of condiments you want on here? I said, man, you know, the usual, give me some lettuce, tomatoes, some onions. Give me some sweet onion sauce. You know, give me some mayonnaise on that thing. He said, all right. So I turned around, nigga. I turned around and he said, sir, would you like some chips and a drink? I turned around and said, huh? Nigga, it was an old trans man. A trans man with lipstick and titties.
Oh my God, he had lipstick?
Yeah, lipstick and titties and a fucked up D-boys. Well, what kind of chips and drink do you want with it? Huh? And as much as I talk shit, I've never seen a real trans man like really up close and personal. I see him on videos. I don't think I ever really seen one like in real life, for real. And so I was fucked up. I was like in shock. I said, huh? He said, sir. I was all fucked up. I said, huh? He said, do you want some chips and drinks with this? I said, huh? I said again, huh? I said, you're an old trans man. I said, God damn. He's just talking about this bullshit. It's an old trans man that just made my sandwich, nigga. But at least he had his gloves on, like on second one, so I didn't think about him breathe. I didn't even look to see if he breathed on my shit. I was looking at that family with their masks on and shit. That fucked up white family with these crazy crackers with these masks. I didn't even think. I was looking at his hands. I said, this motherfucker better not touch my shit. He had his gloves on, so I didn't think about him breathing on my shit. He better not go see. I ain't been to Seattle in years, Miss. So I didn't know. It must be like, I had to go back and check and tell Joby. I was all fucked up. I was all fucked up. I said, that's a goddamn man with titties. This is crazy. I said, man, I ain't lying to y'all, man. I was like, I was in shock walking back to my sandwich. Like, that's an old trans man, that motherfucker, like it was making sandwiches like it's normal. Motherfucker just in a sandwich shop with his titties out, lipstick, and you want chips with that? You want a drink? You want drink and chips? What? That's the first thing I saw when I go out to shout. Tell me you wasn't freaked out, Nish. Try to lie and say you wasn't freaked out seeing it like for real, not on the video or TV. Nigga, I was fucked up in the head. I had to go back and tell Joby. You gotta leave Joby alone. I didn't see the crazy.
You are messed up. You are all messed up.
I was. And I ain't gonna lie. That trans man made one of the best sandwiches I ate. I must have been like, damn, this sandwich good as shit, nigga.
Oh my God.
Had the right kind of mayonnaise on that bitch and everything. Got trans man hooking shit up. God damn.
I see Chibaba, you're playing around. You're asking who's Joe. That was yesterday's story. Who's Joe?
It's that question that, yeah, Zach, you from the South. Exactly. I live in the South, family. We don't see that the way the rest of America does. I live in the South, and Nish is right. You know, it's sucking when we don't see that. I live in the South. I don't ever see that shit. I see it on TV and movies, but we live in the southern part of the United States. You don't see that shit. Maybe if you're in Atlanta, that part of the South, but the regular South, you don't see no shit like that. Some trans man in Subway making you a sandwich. I was fucked up, but anyway, that was my story, family. Let Joby go get something to eat. But man, if that's what's coming to the rest of the world, the rest of America, I don't think I'm ready for that shit. He got that special sauce. He better not put no special sauce on my shit. Cause that shit was like Joby's. That shit was yummy, nigga.
Much love, family. Thank you so much for tuning in.
It better not been no special sauce on that shit. That shit was yummy. I ain't gonna even try to front. I said, God damn. I was sitting there eating that shit. It's a trans man made this shit. But God damn, is it good. I was I was licking my fingers. Goddamn. Trans man make a hell of a sandwich, goddamn it.
Much love, family. You have an amazing,
Hey,
amazing
family.
day.
You get a chance, we're gonna let Joby go. You gotta get a chance. Go back on yesterday's show and timestamp when I said that shit to Joby. Watch Joby's reaction. When I said, hey, put down that dick. Joby was in there crying, laughing.
I really cried. I cried when I was laughing because of how you said it. That was really hilarious because I never saw that coming, you know.
Oh no, it ain't just finished here. Man, Katie messed me up. Katie showed me a whole bunch of shit. You better go back and look at Katie's show about the trans men in Kenya. Shit. That was a trans sandwich. That shit was delicious, nigga.
Much love, family. Jeremy Mosquisto,
family.
Sister Nish, Sister Michelle, Sister Libera, Jibaba, and Sankin One, Sepo, Lando, everyone in the building. Thank you so much for joining. And Land Leo, I also saw you in the building, and also to the rest of the family who did catch up with us. BOB, shout out to you. Thank you so much for catching up with today's
Everybody go sun gaze and work on your vibration so you don't become no trans man in your next life.
But you're gonna wake up in Kenya eating ugali and then fly.
Hey, I might be back here later. Job, is that you? Who's Job? I remember you the last one. Job, is that you in that crazy thing?
You don't wanna be in Uhuru's country. That is the least you can really want to be. This is the least place you want to be. But much love, family. Have an amazing day. See you on tomorrow's broadcast, and of course you can catch up with us or catch up with the rest of the podcast that you might have.
I'm parachuting out now because Joby don't let no songs play. I'm gone.
No. I'm feeling this song. This song. I used to think this song is an HIV song, and
what song is it?
I love this song. The first time we were being taught about HIV.
Oh, this is a song with Joby said, because this, as a mama, was this an AIDS song?
Oh, rest up.
Mama, this is an AIDS song? Exactly right, Jim Mosquito. You ain't even seen it but one time. That shit's traumatizing up close and personal, nigga. Woo. That shit, that hurt your heart. Come on. It was hilarious. Yesterday's show was a good show. No.
Much love, family. Have an amazing.
Nobody's that girl out there killing damn doves. Who's that girl?
I'm that girl.
He's that girl.
I was killing dance, but I was scared of this song because I used to think it's an HIV song. So don't fall around me.
Oh shit! Temple said that trans man gave you some foo-foo, nigga. Oh shit, y'all crazy, man. He got the last laugh on you, General. You're not. Must go, man. Oh shit. I just like EJ before she married that beast. I can't fuck with her no more. La la la.
Much love, family. Asanteni sana once again to everyone.
Santi Sana.
Thank you, and also have an
Bang.
amazing day.
Temple said, "Bang! You got that foo from that transsexual there, General Mosquito." You want some foo, General? I don't care if I do. Na, na, na.